So for once, it was you that was out of the state instead of me.
I know. Yeah, you're normally the one traveling.
Yeah. I was holding down the fort here.
That's right. That was the first time I've not been on the podcast. But our honorary third chair, Blake, stepped in. Yeah, so I went down to Louisiana, Covington, specifically, which is like an hour outside of New Orleans. It's basically the same distance as like what we are to DC and Baltimore.
Yeah.
So I went down there to visit some family and just to get away. And it was a wonderful time. Nice and relaxing. Insanely hot down there still right now. Triple digits. But shout out to Randy and Kathy, who we stay with. They are just so awesome. They're the best. And like the epitome of Southern hospitality.
Nice.
Like they were so accommodating and just, yeah.
Does it feel like
they're awesome?
Does it feel like people just move at a different pace down there?
Oh yeah. 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 They, they definitely have their own way of, going about their day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we, most of the time, so I'm saying we, mom and I went, but, most of the time we were going to other places and visiting other family. Actually met a fair bit of, family members I've never met before. I didn't know that we were related to. So that was cool. Got to see.
Well, I was gonna say the last time I was like 15 when we went.
Oh, that was the last time you were there?
Yeah, but I mean, you were there too, but you would have been.
I was thinking about that. That is the last time I was there.
Like 6 or something.
Yep, that's about right. That was the last time I was there, not touring, but just there with family. Yeah, so a lot of them also was like meeting them for the first time anyway.
Yeah.
But
not that I'm saying I would remember them much better at 15, but
yeah. But so we did go into New Orleans one day and mainly just walked around, checked out some live music. It was afternoon though, so it wasn't popping off as much as it does in the evening. But it was cool. Kind of went to a lot of like the touristy stuff, places. But what's crazy what happened was it was my idea to like, it was so hot and like we were just like ready to like leave. And I was like, all right, we should try to get back or start getting back to the truck because we were a while away from it. And as we were walking back to the truck, there were these two guys I overheard like getting real loud at each other and like arguing, but I didn't really see him, but I could hear him really well. And like we walked right by them, and then the next morning I wake up and Randy has queued up on the TV the news, and the news said that literally on that street someone got shot, and it had to have been these people, because like, so if we would have stayed even just a couple minutes more, we could have been,
things been escalated.
Yeah, involved in that in some way, or at least been around it. So I was just like, we definitely had God's protection around this thing, because I was like, I couldn't believe. Yeah, they talked about it in the news, and like it was definitely where we were. So that was
crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was the only thing. But yeah, ate a lot of good food, obviously.
Have some gumbo.
I did have gumbo. Chicken and sausage.
Yep.
Which is the kind I like because I'm not into seafood, but yeah. And the beignets is the other big thing there. And the coffee, all great. So anyway, that was a long description, but yeah, great time.
Hey, welcome back to Screen Time TV, a podcast where we discuss some of the latest streaming shows. I guess they're on TV. Some of them are on TV too.
I mean, not really anymore.
But Jared, no, see, that's the thing about lying. You do it once and you got to keep on lying.
That's true. That's the way it goes.
So my name is Josh, for those of you new around here, and this is my co-host Jared.
Hide and follow.
Hide and follow.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to address our third chair from last week, Blake, and his John Cena slander / I don't remember what all he said, but basically like I was in love with him or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand it, but and I do love Peacemaker, the show. I think it's great, and but Blake, just stand down. You don't want to have an enemy with you in the car for 4 hours tomorrow when we go up to New York to see Sleep Token. So just saying.
Well, when you listen to this, it won't be tomorrow, but yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of evidence.
Stay in your lane, Blake.
There's a lot of evidence pointing to your love for John Cena.
I think he's fantastic in Peacemaker. I don't think I've ever even seen him when he was wrestling. Didn't care at all. What else?
Blake seems to think you have a secret.
Yeah, I don't understand. Blake is Blake.
Well,
but yeah. Anyway, continue. You can continue now.
All right. So
just want to put that out there.
Yeah. So the run of show as we normally do here in this this crazy podcast of ours is we talk a little about what we've been watching, and then we have a little base to waste, and then we have our feature show that we're covering, which is currently Alien Earth. So Jared, you've been traveling. You haven't been on the podcast for 2 weeks, or you missed a week. What have you been watching? Your list might be longer than mine because mine's very short.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I had more, but I kind of wanted to space it out.
Yeah.
So I have 3 things.
Okay. Which is more than I have.
Okay. And actually, I didn't get to watch as much as I thought I would traveling.
Okay.
But I guess I'll start.
That's a good thing.
With one.
Then.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing some other stuff, which is.
No, yeah. I mean, I wanted to.
Yeah.
I will start with, because I don't need to talk about this one that much. This will be a quick one. Rewatching the Infinity Saga specifically. So I think it's 21 movies.
So skipping the Eric Bana Hulk.
The Eric Bana Hulk. When was that? I don't even remember.
It was before Iron Man.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
So it's not part of this.
That's not part of the MCU. No. I thought about doing this just because we're already covering James Gunn on our movie podcast. I'm like, no, it's been probably 4 or 5 years since I watched all these. So started going through them, and they're delightful. And it's like, I feel like we didn't know how good we had it at one point. Like,
right. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So basically everything leading up to Guardians 1 is what I've been through so far. So Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, the First Avenger, The Avengers, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and then Guardians of the Galaxy. So
the Thor the Dark World's the worst in that section.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
Though I mean, the Hulk's not that great either.
You know what? That one I liked more this time. But the first Thor movie, not that great either.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So like Thor
was rough until the third one when what's his name came?
Taika Waititi.
Taika.
But then the one after that, bad also,
which was
Love
Taika.
and Thunder.
Yeah, Taika. So, it's still probably the second best one.
Yeah,
it's still better probably than 1 and 2. Definitely better than 2.
Yeah, but we were talking about on the movie podcast, like Captain America's got the best run. I think out of them all, because
you get 2 by the Russo brothers before they started doing the Avengers films. Yeah,
but even the first Captain America, which is solid. The worst of the 3.
Yeah,
but still,
solid,
really great. Yeah. Anyway, so all that obviously is on Disney. all the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, right.
So
streaming on Disney.
What do you
I think I think the most with the Hulk movie. It's not that it's a bad film, though. It's
Which
not,
one?
The Hulk. The
Hulk.
the Edward
Incredible
Norton.
Hulk. Yeah.
The Edward Norton. It's not that it's a bad film.
No.
It's not great, but it's not a bad film. But it feels disconnected because the tone and everything like just doesn't feel like an MCU movie.
Well, and you can tell in that one, which I really noticed this time. It's like there's like a few sections where it's like there's stuff forcefully shoved in to fit into the MCU. It's like they did that at the very end of production.
Even after the scripts were like finished or something. Yeah. So
there's some cool moments in it though.
Cool.
So what have you been watching?
So the first one I'm gonna mention, I actually mentioned last week.
Okay.
The Girlfriend on Amazon.
Yes, I wanted to watch this.
And this is Olivia Cooke and Robin Wright. And I mentioned it last week. I'd only watched the first episode and I kind of gave it a meh. I was like, but the reason I want to bring it up is because this is why I have my 3 episode rule.
Oh.
And because
so you're into it now.
This definitely gets way more interesting.
Okay.
Once you get into 2 and 3, and even I think I've watched 4 episodes now, and it's.
How many are there total?
I don't remember.
I think it's shorter.
Yeah,
it might only be.
But it's 6. Based on a book, so and then Robin Wright like directs some of it, and like so she has a kind of like so I think she was even wanting probably someone who was the creative driving force in getting this even made, which is also why I was like, okay, I'll give this more than just the episode. But the first episode's kind of like, like you just kind of like set up and you're just like, yeah.
Okay.
So all that say is, digging a little bit more.
How, I guess without spoilers, if you can, how does it get more interesting?
I think there's some twists in there of things that happen and that like the dynamic, because the premise is that you have Olivia Cooke plays the new girlfriend to the son of Robin Wright. They're a pretty wealthy family. She's very overprotective. And so then she's like not happy. He's dating this girl that's she doesn't think measures up to her son.
Okay.
And so, that's kind of how it's set up. And that's a lot of like the dynamic. She's just like very kind of she's kind of like short with her and not like, and that first episode. So like there's that. And then, I think I'll say this, what I said last week. I think the dynamic between Olivia Cooke's character and the guy's name, he's not somebody I recognize, and he plays the brother or plays the love interest, the son. Their dynamics like it's like they don't have it's not like terrible, but it's not like it's like they have good chemistry. But what I realized after the first episode, watching a little bit more, is that Robin Wright and Olivia Cooke have great chemistry, and I don't mean like sexual necessarily, but like just their dynamic when they start to interact more in episode 2 and 3, and like that is and that's really more the core of it's like the power dynamic between the two of them. And
is that the most interesting?
And that's when it starts getting interesting. And that's why it's like the first episode where it's just kind of setting them up is like kind of like meh, and then so
cool.
Yeah.
Is there ever a hint of like sexual tones with them though? Like let's say either Robin Wright and Olivia Cooke, or even incestual, more Robin Wright and the son, even
that there definitely is.
Okay. I had a feeling something like that was.
But between the two of them, not so much, even though there is a moment where Olivia Cooke, Robin Wright's character admits that they're talking about like true, like a love that got away, and it was like some woman. So she was like bi.
Yeah.
And because then she's married to a man currently, but in the show, in present day of the show. Anyway, much better than I expected once I got past that first episode and enjoying it. And now just actually piggyback, I didn't put this on here, but the runarounds too. Yeah. I mentioned that last week.
Yeah.
And watched a lot more of that now and really enjoying that too.
Cool.
And I'm curious of you, I mentioned to Blake, and I'm curious of you checking out, because I mean, the music's, to me, it's like, it's very nostalgic. It has like even though it's set in present day, it has like the style of music they're playing is very 90s, like kind of alternative rock, grunge a little bit, and a little bit pop, like kind of mixed, but like, and they've done some covers of also music kind of in that range. But then they have some original stuff, which I don't know who's writing the music, but like it's original stuff that they're putting in there, and all these, and then the musicians seem like they're playing the real thing, and they're pretty good, especially the drummer guy's like insane. It's
nice.
So I'm just curious to like, and then but then he was like, oh, maybe I'll check it out, and then I was like, what has got the teen drama stuff mixed in there? So because it is the guy that did
Banks,
the guy did Outer Banks, but it's also, this takes place in North Carolina. Wilmington, North Carolina is where they're placed. So I thought that was interesting. This guy must be from that area. Yeah. But
no, I wanted to check it out. And
I feel like
just because it's music related.
Yeah, and then also like just that the vibe of like getting a band together and the excitement of like getting the show and like the crowd showing up, all that stuff. They do a good job of setting all those things up, and just the dynamics of the band, and of course I've been around that a lot in my life growing up, but I was never in a band. Yeah. But then you experienced it in a tour, like so like anyway, so you might find it interesting even from that perspective too, like that. So I would definitely check it out, and give it more than one episode even if you don't love it the first episode. Okay. But then if you're not liking after 2 or 3, then you might just.
How many have you watched?
Again, probably 4 or 5 of that one as well. Okay. Yeah.
And those are both on Amazon, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Which is, I made a comment last week. I was like, this is crazy, because I'm like, I normally don't watch anything on Amazon, and then I was watching those, and I feel like I watched something else that was on Amazon. I don't know.
Oh, well, Gen V is back.
This week though. That's this week. That wasn't last week.
That's also Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah. So, cool. What else you
got? So I know Blake talked about this, but I haven't talked about it yet. So I watched Weapons.
Okay. Which I still haven't watched, but it's on my list to watch.
No? Okay. This is on VOD now. I think I did hear you say you finally watched Barbarian though.
Yeah. I've seen Barbarian.
Okay. I don't remember you telling me that, but that's one I've been trying to get you to.
I watched it when I went to Austin last time. It was just like on the plane.
Oh, okay.
Or something, and I was like, I watched it.
Well, that's one I was trying to get you to watch for a long time.
Yeah.
So you liked that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So this is, I mean, I think it's like you can see like all improvements from the first movie, or like the growth of him as a director, Zach Kreger, in this film. It's really creative, I think, of a film, and I think it's one of my favorite movies of this year for sure. All right. And I think when we talked about this before, I think I mentioned this, but I really like, because it's a good way of describing the movie, is he said it's a mix of Prisoners and Magnolia. Which is, I don't know, that's cool. And it is a good kind of way to like quickly summarize kind of what it's about.
I really like 2 of those movies, or one of those movies.
I know. Yeah.
The other one I didn't hate, so.
Yeah. No, well.
And one of the things I didn't like was the length of it, so.
Yeah, no. And this movie's not
that long.
We are jumping around. In Weapons, you're jumping around a lot of different people, like Magnolia. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just in to Zach Kreger, whatever he's doing next. Like he's getting higher up there on like some of my favorite directors.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, it's like, one time you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But like 2 times you're like,
he's 2 for 2 now.
Yeah. You're like, okay, you know how to do something then. Yeah. And if you've improved also from one to the other, then yeah, it's cool. The last one, I don't know if it's the same thing I have Gen V.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, how is it?
I watched 2 episodes.
Okay.
Because I think they dropped 3 of them.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it's good. I mean, from, for a spinoff, and then like, solid first episode.
Surprisingly
first
good.
Season good. Yeah, like really good. I feel like though the first 2 episodes are, and again, it's not that it's been bad at all, because it hasn't. I think it's enjoyable, but but like it's just kind of resetting the chessboard, so to speak, of the time jump. Well, not major time jump, but like just it is a sometime jump is basically the next school year. So like over the summer, like stuff. So like there's a few months of like, time from the end of the previous season and this one. But,
well, I wanted to ask you, because I was really curious how they were going to address the one of the main actors that passed away, like right before I think they started filming season 2, so they had to obviously change the script. But I was wondering how they were handling that in the show.
They're handling it directly.
Okay, all right.
They're just saying that the character also passed away.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. That's always like, I feel like that's really hard to do, because if you're going to put it in the story, you have to also still make sure you're being respectful about it too. Like that's kind of a hard line to.
I mean, I think
balance.
So far what they've done with it, I think it's the the best option, like to like address it directly, but treat it as like if someone that a lot of people cared about in the show, the characters in the show and the character they played in the show, and so then like making people deal with it in like a healthy way or unhealthy way in some ways possibly, but just dealing with it, and like just like in real world everyone's dealing with it, and then just so I think that's all I think done well and handled well.
So how is it so far in comparison to season 1? Do you like it just as much or better or worse?
I mean, like, again, it's just these 2 episodes are trying to like set up kind of what they're going to do. Whereas like season 1, it was like setting up like, oh, this is the school. These are the characters, blah, blah, blah. They're just in high school or college, whatever, and then kind of really things don't get crazy till further in, right? Like, and this is, instead of that, they have to like kind of reposition things from, the end of last season. So, but yeah, I think it has potential. It's really hard to tell because you really haven't gotten to like the thick of the plot for this season. So,
okay. Cool. That's also Amazon.
I know. Crazy.
I have one more thing. Is that it for what you have?
I mean, that's it, other than like, it's just gonna, but yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I keep feeling like I'm talking about, because we didn't get to talk about it, but like, and I don't know if you listened to it or not, but like, I watched Oh Hi.
Oh yeah. You mentioned that on the last pod. Yeah. I don't remember what you said about it though. You liked it?
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I knew it was the one that you were going to watch. Of course.
Yes.
Because Blake didn't know even who Molly.
He hasn't watched The Bear?
He has never seen The Bear.
Dang. Come on, Blake.
Yep.
Well, my final thing is a little bit older, but it's something I just finally finished. I don't know why I didn't finish it when this came out, but this was released in 2022. Yeah. The Dropout on Hulu. Do you remember this? Did you watch this?
I did not watch it. I remember the name, and I'm trying to remember, what was it about?
It's the story of Elizabeth Holmes and her company Theranos. So,
yes.
And Amanda Seyfried plays her.
Yes.
And incredible performance. I think I don't know if she won, or she might have won. Definitely got nominated for sure for this. Because it's just a mini series about it. But because this person is so strange anyway, Amanda Seyfried's performance is like, it's so good, and like she gets all the little nuances, and she has a very specific voice too.
Okay.
She does all that. She has these like slight facial movements she does perfectly, because I saw there was like a side by side with the actual person, and it was like dead on. So that character, or that person, that real life person, Elizabeth Holmes, epitome of sociopath to the extreme, for sure. The story is crazy, like what her and her company Theranos managed to get everyone to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's because it. I don't want to get into it too much, but it's about they come up with like a new way of was it drawing blood? I want to say and testing
blood. I remember. Now you're saying. I mean, I remember the thing, and it's like they claim they could do all these things, and be able to tell all these things,
with only like a one like real quick prick or drop. Yeah. And I also just want to say I think it's interesting. Her biggest influence is Steve Jobs because she dresses like him. She always has a black turtleneck. Another cool thing is in the main lobby of the Theranos building, there's just a whole wall with like giant text. It's a giant quote that says "Do or do not. There is no try," and then it has dash Yoda. That was like I guess her favorite quote. So just a really good story about this, and I watched it when it first came out, but I just never finished it, and I don't know what got me to do it now, but finally finished it, and it is great. I think it was at least had a lot of nominations that year. I don't know if it won anything though.
Yeah. Do you mean Emmy nominations?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Which just happened last week.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. You guys were talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we figured we had to fill the lack of based or waste with something. So it's good timing.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
it's time for Based or Waste.
Welcome back to Based or Waste, the internet game show where we check and see what's trending on Rotten Tomatoes, TV shows, and movies. And I just picked 10 things that are trending, and Josh is going to guess if they're good or bad, if they're based or waste, and we go off of the audience score. And today we are doing films.
Okay.
Yes. Not a lot of new stuff trending right now, but so we have a few re-releases in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Don't forget to play at home.
Yes. And leave a comment.
Let us know how you did.
Yeah, leave a comment on YouTube.
Comment or feedback at screentimepod.com.
There you go. All right, first one, Howl's Moving Castle, which is a re-release.
Yeah.
Miyazaki.
This is got to be based.
Yeah, of course. 93.
Yeah.
Or Studio Ghibli. Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah. Studio Ghibli, Miyazaki.
Yes.
Direct and write? I guess he writes them too.
I think so, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next one is Toy Story. Also a re-release.
Also
in theaters.
Has to be based.
Yes. That's probably I think that was 95. So that's probably a 30.
Yeah, 30. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 30 year.
Can't be that old.
I know. That movie's still so good. It's just the animation doesn't hold up, but it was incredible when it came out.
You know, I was thinking that this is just an aside.
Yeah.
Why? Like, I feel like that's the thing where you like just run it through a new rendering engine. Like, right? Like, just re-render the whole freaking thing with the new pipeline they use and re-release it.
Yeah, but then that would, well, you'd still always have the original. I was going to say it would like taint it in some way, and people wouldn't, or people would get upset. But you'd still have that original.
As long as they didn't make that one go away.
Right.
And you put like a option. I mean, because especially in Disney Plus, like you could just be like under the film, you like watch the original or watch the enhanced version.
Remaster or whatever.
Or remaster, whatever you want to call it. I just feel like there's a, what I'm worried about is kids growing up now and like looking at it and being like, oh, the animation sucks. I'm not going to watch it. And yet that, like A Bug's Life, some of those early ones are fantastic
such a good
films.
story, yeah.
And that's like, unlike reshooting to do a whole remake with new actors and everything on a live action, and an animation thing like that, they can literally change nothing, right? And just re-render it.
Yeah.
With like new textures and new, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's still work that goes into it. I'm not saying but that's like nothing, but the minimal amount of work and just some compute time. And
yeah, because I mean, all the performances are incredible, and it's like you don't need to
replace that.
Don't need to do any of that. Yeah,
I'm not even saying don't even worry about rigging the animations to try to make them more smooth. Like leave those fine.
Yeah,
just anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Just textures and lighting and all that stuff. Just
so that was in 92.
Yep.
All right, I think we have 2 more re-releases. I just put these up front, so that's gonna be the first 4.
Okay.
The Sound of Music.
Oh wow, okay. Well, this has got to be based as well.
I mean, that one's really old. I wonder what kind of anniversary that is or why that's released. Yes, this is a 91. It's been a minute since I've seen that.
Mm-hmm. They just had it was just in theaters.
That's
Yeah.
But I was wondering what for, like why. Yeah. Anyway, then our last re-release is The Breakfast Club, which that might be an 85. I think that was mid 80s.
Based.
Yep, 92. I like how these first 4 you didn't have to wait. You knew
all those films. Yeah,
I know.
Which is like you put them up front, so you're like giving me some confidence, and then
here's your these are the easy ones,
and then watch me miss the rest, and then
the rest of them are well, not all of them. Some of them are easier, but we didn't have a lot of new stuff this week, so there's a few though.
Yeah, it's a little lull in September.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is a new one, The Conjuring: Last Rites, which I believe is the final Conjuring movie. Finally, I feel like there's been so many. I don't watch these movies, but there's been a lot of them. This is tough though. You never know with horror. How it's gonna go.
I'm gonna say based.
Yes, 79.
Oh, okay.
And then our next one, also trending, is The Nun, which is like another one connected to The Conjuring.
Okay.
That's all I know about it. I think it might be like a prequel or something. But that is also trending right now. We'll
say based on that one as well.
No, this one is a waste. This one's a 35.
Yes.
That's real bad. All right. I don't remember the full name of this movie, but it's Demon Slayer. It's the new Demon Slayer movie. Yeah, it's an anime. This is an easy one because
it's based. Yes.
Yeah. I feel like all anime is just
especially based. It's because this by the time the stuff makes it to us, it's already been, because I'm sure there's plenty of anime that doesn't make it to the North American market, but it's not going to be the stuff that sucks.
Yeah, no, that's true. And they're always rated so high. Like this is a 98 for audience. Like crazy. All right, this is another new movie I didn't know anything about until you mentioned it to me, I think a couple weeks ago. The Long Walk.
Yeah.
Stephen King, right?
Yep.
Based on the Stephen King novel.
I'm going to say based.
Yes. 85. Yeah, I'm not really interested in this one though, but some good actors in it. But
I was say good director, good actor, so that's why I was like,
who's the director?
I don't remember his name.
Okay.
I met him at CinemaCon.
Oh, sick. Okay. All right. 2 more. Both of these are new films. Spinal Tap 2. I forget what it's called after that, but
more spine.
Yeah, something like that.
No.
People in spinal tapping.
Goes to 12.
Yeah, it goes to 12 now.
I'm gonna say this is probably waste.
Yeah, I would think so, but no, it is a 91.
What?
It's very high.
Wow.
Which is surprising because I watched the trailer and it didn't look that good.
Yeah.
But maybe it is.
Okay. Oh, I just wrote that on. What did I?
Yeah. Okay, you're at 7. All right. We have one. Yep. One last one. Downton Abbey, the grand finale. Which I'm assuming
we'll say
is
based.
The final. of this show movie. They've done a lot of movies though, haven't
Yes. Well, yeah, they've been doing a movie every like once a year, like
they?
for a while now since the show ended. But
yeah. This is based 96.
Yeah,
it's really high too. Why do they do that and not just do a new season? Like, why put out so many movies?
because it means a lot less work.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you can, because they're not required. I mean, I don't know I have not seen any of them, so I can't.
Yeah, me neither.
Can't speak to this, but I'm saying like if you maintain the TV level production quality, which that show always had decent production quality, but maintain the TV level production budget and quality, and then you just have to get the actors together for enough to shoot a 2-hour movie versus like a whole season of TV.
Yeah,
and then yet you're making money. I mean, they did it once just as and I think that initially it wasn't immediate. I can't remember now, but like the gaps were a little bit bigger in the beginning, but then they were making money with them. So then I think the last couple of years they've released like one a year.
Wow.
Because they make
I
them.
didn't know there were that many. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't.
All right. Okay. Got an 8. Good job, Josh. Yeah, let us know how you guys did.
Yeah.
And next week we'll be back to TV. There's a lot of new TV, so we should have a good list next week. So that has been Based or Waste. Tune in next week.
Now let's get into Alien Earth. And well, before we get into episode 7, do you have any thoughts to share on episode 6 that you'd like to?
I don't think so, but I thought the fly design was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the designs of the
creature
new ones
designs in this film or this show has been great.
Yeah, it's like been some of the coolest parts of it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well then, let's get into episode 7, Emergence. So, what'd you think of this episode?
So I think I was higher on this show than you and Blake.
Okay.
I'm starting to understand how like you guys are mixed on this show, because I'm feeling that too with certain things. Yeah, it's weird because there's some really awesome stuff in this too.
Correct. I 100% agree.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, there is. Well, I mean, a lot of it is like the stuff with the kids. That's just not as interesting. The hybrids.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's the issue, but yeah. Like, there's
what do you think the issue is?
I think the issue is like, there's not enough. They're trying to do too many things at once and not having enough pacing for allow the character development and character motivations to make sense. And so there's a lot of times just like they're speeding up everything, right? Or making things happen too fast. And then you're like, okay, that's kind of, and I don't care because I don't know them well enough, or I don't care because, you didn't make me care about this thing. And then now I'm supposed to care, but I don't feel it because you're just telling me to care, right? This kind of like, there's a lot of that kind of stuff in there. And then still like, I don't know, just, yeah. So I think that's kind of and then also the just kind of the what the show's trying to say, like what is the theme of the show, I think is kind of also all over the place. So like it doesn't have like a.
I think it's what is a human, or what makes you human. That's a big part of it.
I think they wanted that to be it, but I don't think that really was there. And that's what I'm saying. Like that kind of also was like moving all over the place, like right, like and so like you don't have something to ground it like that, and then you don't have. You kind of try to, and I think so it's like for lack of a better word, the heart of it is lacking. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But then, as we've talked about, visually and like creature design and all these other things, like set, all these are crazy good.
Yes.
And so then so it's like visually to watch it is awesome. And entertaining, and so
Yep.
it's got this weird, and then of course the acting in some of the scenes are great. Like you've got, like we've talked about,
Kirsch and Morrow.
Mara great, and then even Wendy. Yeah,
Yep.
I think and even whoever's playing the boy Cavalier, like I think,
he's good.
doing a great job at that character as well.
because you hate him.
Yeah, exactly.
annoying.
he's just like
He does that very well. Yes.
just like an a-hole, but like
Yeah.
So in all those cases good. So it's just it's like, so when you take like an individual scene or individual even possibly episode, like the one where it's like you're like, oh, this is entertaining, this is good, but then like as a cohesive whole, it's lacking any like real substance to it. And I think, and that's where it's kind of, and as the further the season goes, the more evident that shows, because it doesn't go anywhere with that, right? Like it doesn't really, it's not really telling any story that you really care about.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to, unless they do like
We'll save
like a lot for the finale.
Save that to the end. Let's talk about
Okay, all right.
our predictions for the finale at the end.
Yeah.
So then you just want to dive into this episode?
Yeah.
All right. So we start out with slightly hiding Arthur's body under his bed. And
How is he feeding him? Or like giving him water or something?
He was trying to.
That was crazy.
Well, he doesn't. I don't know. He's just trying to do something. He doesn't. I mean, because we've seen that it doesn't matter, right? The face huggers don't care about that.
No. Yeah, and I mean it's like completely obstructing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Smee shows up his door, and then finally he sees him, and then he gets him to help him. So what do you think of this plot line?
This part I didn't care about until they were actually on the beach in that whole scene when it happens there. But like this part at the beginning, it's also kind of weird, like how he could get him out of the original room where he was in, and then into the vent, and then presumably up elevator all the way to his room, right? And not have anyone see him.
Well, or I mean, because we've seen even before this, but then also in this episode, Kirsch doesn't care.
Yeah, but if someone else, he's seen it all. But if someone else saw him, like, I don't know.
Or maybe he's even helping. I mean, like because he helps then, so maybe he was behind the scenes, like, oh, we'll tell those guards to go over here so that he can get it back to like.
That's true. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, again, but. So, I mean, I agree with you a little bit. It's like, okay, these idiots. But then I think once they kind of are moving them, obviously it's good tension, because you're like, oh, we don't want to be found, even though you know what they're doing is kind of horrible. But then when Kirsch sees them, again, also the tension there, but then you find out he's just like, you idiot, to go down this elevator and go here. You're running out of time. Hurry.
Yeah, he's redirects them. Yeah.
And you're like, oh, why is he helping him? Even though we've kind of had those thoughts already, because they're like, why he's watching the cameras and it's like, oh, all's good, He's just like, what? So that's kind of interesting. And then, but then once they're, like you said, once they're outside, then it's like the facehugger comes off and he's up walking around. And just
but at that point, what's going to happen.
That's the whole point, though.
Yeah,
what's going to happen, and that creates like this like tension of like, when is it going to happen?
Yeah, I know.
And you're like, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? He's like talking to him.
It is funny because like, I guess the only people this wouldn't matter to is like if you've never seen any of the films,
right? And you wouldn't.
But like everyone else is like, they always seem normal after the face hugger is off for a while.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was because we've seen the face huggers and we've seen the aftermath, but we didn't see the whole thing happen yet on this show. The classic.
Oh, yes.
Like until now. So like saving it till the penultimate episode to even see that
makes sense.
And then which I think was interesting approach, and then to use it in this situation, and then with them being kids, even though they're in adult bodies, with them being kids and experiencing the horror of it, especially for Smee, who didn't know it was going to hurt him as much as it did. Like, thought it was very effective to see all that happen. And
I agree.
So anyway, then we have Wendy once again talking to the xenomorph in the beginning. We just get a clip.
The amount she does in this episode is crazy.
Yeah.
With communicating.
So then she decides, hey, she's a little disturbed about what's going on.
Yeah.
We should get out of here. She goes to Toodles that Toodles the other, like to Joe and Nibs.
I get confused with all the names of the hybrids, especially. Yeah.
And like, hey, we should get out of here. And then so then they try to, but then the other two, I can't forget which one's which, because the other two didn't want to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh no, we're staying behind.
Mm-hmm.
So then she hacks the lab system and lets the xenomorph out to kind of create chaos and help distract so that they can get out.
Yep.
So, and this kind of, I guess, is piggybacking off a little bit the last week's, where she was kind of like questioning who is good. Yeah, like, are the humans actually good or not because of the stuff that's been happening?
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe she's learning some of the, I don't know, the more black and white that the xenomorph feels, whatever that it might be, where it's just like, oh, I'm just going to kill everything.
Yes.
It's all prey. But
does this happen shortly after it? But when Wendy actually commands the xenomorph?
Not till they're outside,
Okay.
and then they
All
almost get caught, which would,
all right. Because I just have a note about that. I was just thinking about, but
yeah, I mean, we can go there next. So they make it out, and then then we start seeing the Unitani forces show up.
Wayland Yutani?
Yeah, Wayland Yutani forces showing up, and they surround them. And then this is where we see her be like, you don't want to do this. And then of course you see her brother being like, this is not going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then she commands the xenomorph.
Yeah. So I think you talked about this last week, but this episode especially reminded me so much of Jurassic Park. Just even the way the xenomorph, like, it's like a velociraptor in this scene.
Yep.
So like that was cool, because it's cool to see it, even though sometimes, I think you guys were also talking about this, like the xenomorph looks strange sometimes when it's like, I think when it's too bright, right, is when it looks. Yeah.
And again, because maybe the budget's for a TV show versus a film, like, and then
but you're also mostly used to it being like dark and like wet and like a bunch of smoke on like a ship.
Yeah.
Like not in Jurassic Park, like really green outside. Yeah. It's just, which is cool though that they're doing that, because we haven't seen that. But yeah, it really did remind me of Jurassic Park.
Yeah. But then when it moves up close.
Yeah.
After killing them all, and then she kind of puts, again, like a Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that also felt
moment. Putting the hand on the nose, so to speak, and so, and then this is just where it's like, oh, the line that you used, like hide and follow.
Oh yeah, because he asked her, like, what did you say to it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said,
hide and follow.
Is it hide and follow? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, of course, her brother is definitely a little terrified of what's going on.
Of course.
And then,
I mean, this has been explained so many times, even in the films. The xenomorph's literally described as unstoppable killing machine. I mean, they really don't have a weakness. And even if you hurt it, its blood is acid. Like it's insane. Like the defense mechanism that they have is just crazy. That's why I thought it was so interesting. You know, I hope we get to see it more. Is when the eyeball got involved with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be crazy to see. So maybe we'll see that in the finale.
Yeah. So then we get a quick scene of someone catching the baby xenomorph that got out of Arthur.
Yes.
And of course, turns out we didn't know right then, but then turns out Kirsch is who captured that.
Yeah.
And then he also kind of surrounds the.
Also didn't know that Morrow was part of this group that is coming, or the group that's infiltrating.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's with them. Yeah, the Weyland-Yutani group.
Yeah, but you don't know at first, right? Because they all have the helmets on. Yeah.
And they meet the kids, and they have the dead body, Arthur, but nothing on him. And he's like, "You idiots."
Yeah.
They just leave it because he's like, it's useless.
That reminds me, though, one really cool scene was when they come across their own graves. That was a really cool moment.
Yes. Yeah, for Nibs and Wendy, and to see where they buried the real bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that
was a cool
It was
moment.
cool that they even did that. Because you're like, what would they care? Large corporation.
Yeah.
And we see like kind of Kirsch, like you're still like, what is Kirsch's true?
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. But then so then we get the second scene where they're almost at the boat, get on the boat, and then there's another attack, and this is where.
Oh, this is the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Nibs gets shot at by some of the soldiers there, and then Wendy's ready to call on the xenomorph, and her brother puts his hand on her mouth, and then he also, while knocked down the ground, he like shocks and kind of puts Nibs out of commission.
Yes. So this is my only other note is what she does to the guys. Like, did we know that? Like, because she kills them, or at least one of them, with her bare hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did we already know that they were that strong?
Mm-hmm. Because Wendy kills a xenomorph with her bare hands.
I just did. Well, I mean, I knew Wendy, but I didn't know that if all of them.
Yeah, it's just the way they're made.
That.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then a little strange because, like, the very end, like Wendy yelling at her brother, like, "What did you do?"
Mm-hmm.
Like the way she's saying that, like, it's basically like Nibs is dead. But I didn't think that.
Well, I mean, I
don't
guess
know, or is there something else?
No, I mean, like, unless she can go back to where the stuff isn't going to be reset, like, then yeah.
That's true. Like, can they actually fully die?
I mean, I guess if there's no more like backup somewhere,
yeah,
right, or whatever it is they're doing. I mean, they don't go to the details that much about the way it's handled, but
right, because even if they destroy the brain, they still have the backup too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just
that's assuming that this whole Prodigy Island still exists at the end of next episode.
Okay, so this is actually, I was thinking about this too. This is I'm a little worried about canon with this show.
Yep.
Because this is supposed to be shortly before the original film.
Okay.
And in the original film, that's when they first come across this species, and Weyland-Yutani redirects them because they're like a cargo ship, the Nostromo, right? And Mother redirects them to be like, "Oh, actually, you should go check this out," and they do, and then they ask them to retrieve it for research or whatever.
Right, but the thing they go check out, like, it was another Weyland-Yutani ship, right?
No, it was just it was some kind of ship, not Weyland-Yutani though.
Right. Okay.
But so essentially, though, Weyland-Yutani didn't know anything or had never, theoretically have never seen the xenomorph species at that point. So how
Are we
does
sure of that?
Well, I guess they could fit it into where they would want it to bring it back for research regardless, even if all this has
Right,
happened in the show.
Because the question is, okay, here's where
I don't know. It's been a minute since
it's been a while
movie.
since I've seen Alien, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's like in the nuance of the assumptions we made watching the film even multiple times versus what they really say. And that's the only thing I'm just playing devil's advocate about, because I wonder how much is it the crew maybe wasn't familiar with them, right? Because it was just a cargo ship, and the crew gets introduced to him for the first time as xenomorph. But I'm wondering if what's implied is, well, Yutani was aware of the species, and that's why they were like, oh, go retrieve our specimen, because they're still trying to get a specimen. Because, well, up until this point in this episode, this show, the Prodigy's the only one that has the specimen.
Yeah.
And so we don't know.
Yeah. I think the only thing is I think it's going to make it a lot harder to fit in the canon if that xenomorph actually gets off of Prodigy Island. I think that's my point.
Yeah. And you might be, you're not wrong.
I don't know.
But I guess the question is what, and then is there more than one season of this? Do we know that?
I don't think they've said anything about it being renewed.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just, yeah, I feel like they have to do a lot for the finale, and I don't know if we're going to get...
I mean, if they are or not, it depends if they're setting it up for a second season. They don't have to do as much.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like either way, they have to do a lot for the finale.
They definitely imply that the xenomorph doesn't make it off the island, but...
Yeah.
But also they don't have the hybrids either.
Right. And I do love expanding the creatures of the canon. Like, all the new ones have been awesome, and like I would love to see them in future movies, or if they did another show or something. So
right. So yeah, so what do you think for the finale? Because we get Kirsch, which we're like, what the heck is he?
I mean, we have to find out what his
deal has
whole
been
plan is, or motivation, or what he's just trying to do. Like, that obviously has to be answered. Beside that, I still really want to see Morrow go retrieve his daughter's remains or whatever and go back to, like, I don't know, I think that'd be interesting. I know I also mentioned the random guy cleaning that, like, I was fascinated by. Seems like that's probably not going to matter, but I don't know. It seemed like important. They were really holding on to it, but anyway, I don't know. I don't really know what else.
So what do you think? Who do you think he wants to put the eyeball in? Because he's like, need to transfer this to a person that can walk and talk.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me. That scene was sick when Boy Cavalier was communicating.
Oh, right,
the pie.
Yeah.
With
the goat.
Yeah, and he was like stomping the goat, stomping for that was awesome.
And then he took a dump.
Yes. Yeah, so that's right. He does say, yeah, the eyeballs needs to go in a human.
Yeah, and then he's like, I know who.
You know what? I think it's gonna end up getting in Boy Genius. Yeah, and I think he's gonna die. Yeah. Like, I think that has to happen. Yeah. Boy Cavalier, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think that's who he thinks.
No, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's being. I mean, he's got the freaking thing in his office now.
Yeah,
just like a small little cage.
Yeah,
or little like thing.
I don't know who he is thinking of, though.
Yeah, I don't know either. Unless he's unless he's thinking the brother.
Yeah. Maybe.
He's thinking if the brother has connection to Wendy, and Wendy has a connection to Xenomorph, maybe he's thinking like it would
to try to be able to communicate with it more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Otherwise, because there's not really that many people left that are people. humans that are
Right,
the main character. Like you've got his right hand guy, the bald guy. Then you got the lady, the psychologist.
Yep.
Arthur's dead.
Yep.
And then you've got the brother, right?
Does he say specifically a human, not a hybrid, to put the I in?
He is like, oh, I know. We need to put a person that walks and talks.
Right, but they didn't specify like if it needs to be an actual human or a hybrid. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
But it seemed implied. Nah, I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it may be easier to obviously test it on a hybrid, but yeah. Anyway, I think whatever happens, I think is gonna at one point end up in Boy Cavalier, and then he's gonna die. I don't think like he's continuing on with the show. Well, I'm assuming they're gonna do a season 2.
If they're gonna do season 2, then do you want to keep him around?
Yeah, I don't know. I really want to see more of Wayland Yutani, and then the other 3.
Right.
That would be interesting. Yeah. I have no idea with Wendy and I keep forgetting his name, her brother, Hermit. Don't really know where they're trying to go. They're just getting off of the island.
Just getting off the island.
Yeah.
Too.
I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Yeah. Unless the Zemor takes care of everybody, and then they can run off in the sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's we'll just have to wait and see what the finale brings.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys, those of you that are watching along, listening, what are your thoughts on the finale and what's going to happen? Let us know. We can read it next week. You can do that by emailing us at feedback@screentimepod.com or leave a comment or DM on Instagram or YouTube video. And we appreciate everyone that does. But if you haven't, please like and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. And follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And for those of you who want to follow us individually, I'm at JYoungBar on Instagram.
And I'm at Jared Youngbar.
All right. We'll talk to you guys next time.